What's up, everybody? You listen on the podcast. Welcome. You're watching on YouTube. What's up? I'm in my office, as you can see. And I wanted to show some love to those that are trying to play basketball at the next level, or maybe you're already playing basketball at the next level, and just give you some encouragement. It is tough. It's tough to play college basketball. It's tough to play college basketball for 4 years. I heard a statistic that a lot of players, when they go to play college basketball, they don't end up playing for 4 years. So even when you do go from high school to the college level, it doesn't even mean you're going to end up playing for 4 years. It's tough. And there's a lot of different circumstances that might come into play for players that may only play for a year, 2 years, 3 years. So I wanted to just remind you that maybe it's not for you. I know that may seem like a strange conversation to have on a basketball channel and a basketball podcast, but playing college hoops is not the right decision for everyone. And I think that there's a lot of pressure on high school athletes to play basketball at the college level if you were a really good high school basketball player. And I know that feeling, having been that high school basketball player and gone on to play college basketball. And for me, yeah, I wanted to play college basketball. It was a dream of mine, and it was experience that I cherish, even though it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. But at the same time, being from a rural area and being the best player in the area, and everybody had an opinion. Everybody had a thought about where you should go to college, where you should play your basketball, big school, scholarship, don't go here, go closer to home, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, you're not taking any of them with you. You're going alone, regardless of where you're going to school, is you. You're not on the team with any of these people who are telling you where you're going to go and where you should go play college basketball. It's you. You're the one that has to go to this college or university. You get all these new teammates that you've never met before. You got to try to make friends with them. You're trying to balance living on your own. You're trying to balance being a great student, preparing to have a job someday. Maybe you're in a relationship. There's all of these different things from a time management standpoint that are pulling at you, combined with the fact that you got to figure out what this game looks like for you playing at the next level. And it's really, really difficult. And, I think of, I was Hope College. I played at Hope College. I was an All-American. You see that plaque behind me if you're watching on video. And I was a league MVP, All-American my senior year. And so the older you get, the more people paint the picture of, man, like what an awesome experience, what a great career. And I'm not saying it wasn't, right? But at the same time, it wasn't all high, 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 high. There were really frustrating times that I had. There were really frustrating moments that you have with teammates, with coaches, in your personal life, academically, spiritually, like the list goes on and on and on. And it's not just my situation, it's everybody's situation. And put into the fact that there's a lot of other people that probably have it worse than you do, right? Worse than I do with the situations that they're dealing with in their life. And so the point is, it's important for us to keep all of these things in mind as we start to make these decisions moving forward about, is this something that we really want? Because yes, you're going to have the 6 a.m. workouts. You're going to have, the Friday night workout or the Friday evening workout where, it would be 3:30 on a Friday and everybody else is going home for the weekend. Everybody else is already, kind of skipping school and doing some fun stuff. Basketball guys, basketball girls at Hope College, at least, we had our conditioning. We had conditioning from like 3:30 to 5 every Friday in the fall before the basketball seasons could start. And that's just conditioning because we couldn't touch a ball with the coaches around. So you have things like that. And you have to decide, is this an experience that I really want? And to understand, if you don't, it's all right. It's okay. And you can still play basketball for fun. You could still get into coaching. You can be involved in different ways. You can become an official. Like, there's a million different ways that you can still be involved in the sport. But I don't think that's pushed enough from society. It's like, if you were a good basketball player, you should play college ball. You should play college ball. You should play college ball. Well, maybe not. Why aren't we pushing these other avenues if you really like basketball to stay engaged? Get into coaching. while you're in college. What a great experience. What you're building your resume if you want to keep coaching, whether it's in college or high school later on. Start coaching junior high basketball, start coaching youth basketball. Like I said, become an official, right? Maybe you can start attending games. Maybe you're interested in photography. You can start to, do some media work for a school or something with associated with Twitter and Facebook. There's just so many different avenues that you can still be involved in the great game of basketball, even if it's not actually playing the game. And then if you do decide to go and play basketball at the next level, you got to go in understanding that there's going to be some big challenges coming your way that maybe you haven't thought about yet, right? And maybe you have thought about some of them, but they're not going to look exactly like what you've envisioned. Yeah, everybody coming in on a college team, basically they're the best player at their high school. Maybe they're the best player in the whole area. They're probably some level of all-state player, right? Now you got to find roles and figure out, how you can best fit in to do what you do, but more importantly, have team success and add value to your team. And that's really how you get more playing time, end up having more fun and all those different things. But it also takes a lot of sacrifice on the individual end to make that happen. Because, yeah, I always say, even the worst team has a leading scorer. Not all teams win. Not all teams are actually winners, right? Above 500, winning a championship, winning a league tournament, all these different things, making a run in the NCAA tournament or whatever that might be. That is much fewer, right? That's far less teams accomplish those things. Even bad teams have a leading scorer. Even bad teams have a leading rebounder. And so for you to be able to figure out, I got to set my ego aside. If I'm going to play college basketball, play this game, chances are I really have to accept a certain role. Even for me, it was tough for me to accept my role playing off the ball when I went to college. I was used to getting the outlet pass and bringing it up the court. And now we have a really good point guard. And our backup point guard was really good. And they're like, Steve, you're a taller guy. You can score. You can play off the catch on the wing. You can play. It took me a long time to get used to. I'd say almost like a season and a half probably to really get used to playing off the ball and running up the sidelines hard for me to get comfortable doing that, because I was just so used to either getting the rebound and going or getting the outlet pass. We get scored on. Okay, I wait, I'll get the basketball. It's like, no, you got to go. You got to get down the court. And that sucked for me because I like the basketball in my hands. I like the basketball in my hands, right? And so just that simple thing alone was a big sacrifice for me. And that wasn't even regarding scoring. That was just, I like to bring the basketball up, pass it up, dribble it up, whatever it might be, start to initiate the offense. And there was a ton of different sacrifices that, I can think that I made, that my teammates made. And from the coaching staff, they're all trying to figure out how to put pieces in the best position to be successful as a whole. But in order to have that success as a whole, each individual player has to be able to sacrifice and give up some things, give up some touches, give up some shots. In my case, changing positions in order for the big group to be successful. And you got to think about all those things as you continue to strive to continue to play the game and play it at a high level, play it at a collegiate level. So I may have bounced around a little bit there with some of my thoughts, so I apologize. But the point is, I hope that there's a nugget or two in there that can make you feel a little more comfortable in whatever decision that you're trying to make, as far as, are you going to play college basketball? Are you not going to play college basketball? If you do play college basketball, what is that going to look like for you? It's certainly going to involve some sacrifice moving forward so you can get the best out of the team and the people that you're around. And I can tell you, speaking from experience, yes, everybody wants the ball and the shots and more playing time. But looking back, if you can buy into a winning program, a winning team, you would 10 times out of 10, every single day of the week, you're going to say, yeah, I want the championships. I want the wins much more than I want better stats and better, individual recognition, right? Like the All-American thing back there says third team All-American, right? But in my mind, I was like, I don't feel like I played against anybody that was better than me, especially my senior year. But a lot of team success, went to the final eight, We had a ton of really, really good players. In fact, we had two other guys that went on to become All-Americans later on, playing at Hope as well. Our team was stacked, right? So you're going to give up some of those individual accolades for team success. I was happy to do it. And we have to understand that going in as a high school player, because that's maybe one of the biggest things that you haven't had to sacrifice so much at this point, because your team has been so dependent on you being successful to give your team the chance to be successful, right? And now you're as better players, higher level talent, more people that have game. So that's when we really start to have to sacrifice some things for most people, is when you get to play basketball at the next level. Thanks for checking this episode out. Hope you liked it. If you did, positive rating, review, especially if you're watching on whether it's on YouTube, a like, all those good things. And if there's anything that I can do for you guys, please let me know. And check out the Kramer Basketball app. It's a good resource to continue to improve your game. Have some organized workouts as far as what those things look like, so you can put a plan together and say, okay, this is where I'm at. Over here's where I want to be. And the app, the programs are going to help me close that gap and progress as I continue to improve my game and level up. So link is in the description below. And as always, let me know if you have any questions. Get after today.